Hi, I'm Mike doing Business as JR, and today we're going to talk about writing better headlines for ad posts. Now, when you go and do any kind of free classified sites or paid sites, and you go and put your ad together, your headline's very important. And the way I like to look at this is like a funnel. So I always look at it this way. The top of the funnel, that's your headline. And when your audience is going by, your viewers going by, you want them to see that headline and, be curious about it. And you want them to go, I want to, go and see what's in there. So at that point, they drop into your funnel. And as they're going down into your funnel, there's your ad. And you want that ad to be compelling enough to get that person to go all the way down to your bottom into that little, chute. And that's where your website is. And when they fall through, you get them in your capture page. That's your main goal. That's your main purpose. Headline, ad, capture page. So, in order to get people into that funnel, you have to have a good headline. And a lot of people struggle with this. And to be honest, when I first started doing this, I did too. I was, unsure if my headlines were good enough, if they were going to do their job. So I learned some tips, and I'm going to help you with that. And, maybe this will help you write better headlines. The first thing is make sure that your headline matches your ad. Don't write something like, get paid to look at live nude girls. And then they go in and it's an ad about making money selling, baby diapers. That's not good. That may even get your ad flagged or yanked off. So don't do stuff like that. You want your headline to be relatable to your ad. Next thing is to be honest. Don't lie. Don't make things up. Don't make any kind of statement that's not true or overblown. Just be honest. Another great thing about writing headlines is you can use humor. You can use humor. I started using humor, and I actually had a lot of people clicking on those because it made them laugh, and then they're more curious about what's inside, so they want to learn more. Sometimes you could actually use poetry. If you could find words that match each other, and rhyme, and it has a nice flow, when someone's going through those headlines and they read that, it's going to kind of, it's going to feel good, it's going to have this, when you read a good rhyme, it has like this nice flow to it. And so that's going to entice people to want to go to your ad and read it. I have another great thing you can do here. This is actually pretty cool. We all hate spam. I hate it. You hate it. If you've had a web address for an email address for a very long time, you're probably getting thousands every day. And most of the time, we just hit the little trash button and it's gone. Well, now, when I tell you this, you're going to love spam. Because you can actually get a lot of your headlines from those spam ads. So what you do is, if you have WordPad, open up your WordPad, your Notepad, go into your spam, and then look for all of the headlines that intrigue you. Whether it's the whole line, the whole part of it, a couple of words, and copy and paste. And you copy and paste all that into your WordPad or your Notepad. And then what you can do is edit each one to fit your needs. Being that they are spam, you might be able to use some of them for your ads. I don't really like the idea of copying someone, so I won't do that myself. I'll always try to change them for my own needs. But you can take part of one and part of another and combine them. So say, for example, there's one that says, work-at-home mom, earns thousands a week. And then the next one is, awesome system makes, a ton of money. Well, you can put awesome system makes a ton of money for work-at-home mom. I'm not saying that that's a good headline, but that's how you can do it. You can combine different headlines and make one. Another tip is to look at other headlines. Go to Craigslist, Backpage, look through the headlines, look for the things that look good to you, copy those things, and then edit them to make them your own. And like I said, don't try to, especially if you're going on free classified sites, don't steal someone's headline and use it exactly the way it is. That could actually cause you some trouble. They could get your ads flagged. It can get your ads removed. You know, if your ads are getting flagged by competitors or the very person who wrote that headline, you know, your ad doesn't go up. That's it. You know, it's going to cost you. So those are some great tips that you can use for writing better headlines. Another one, you know, you can try is TV commercials. You know, have a notebook and just listen to TV commercials and hear of some of the, you know, listen to what they say. And there may be some lines in there you like. Write those lines down. Print ads, the same thing. Look at newspapers, magazines. Check out their ads and see what their subjects look like. You know, there's various ways to do this, especially if you're having a hard time coming up with headlines. You know, those are a couple of ways that can really, really help you. So those are some of my tips of writing good headlines. When you're going to post on online sites, you probably want to avoid some certain words like free. Unless you're posting in a biz op section. If you're posting in a job section, you probably want to avoid using the word online or internet, work at home. You know, those could end up preventing your ads from going up. So I will see you next time with some more tips, and I thank you for watching.